So hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and here we are in the second video of our Python's tutorial series. And you can see here this is the first chapter, that is the basics of Python, and we are in our second modules of basics of Python. So in this video we are going to see what is variable, why we need the variables in Python or any other programming language. So why we need the variable? Just imagine as your mobile phone or tablet or PC, everything has one application called converter, and you have given a task to build that application of converter, and your first task is convert the weight in kilograms to weight in grams, right? So as you all know, 1 kilogram is equals to 1000 grams. So you have written this Python code for it. Print uh, then your number in kgs is equals to that number in kg into 1000 grams, right? And if you run this code, you can see 10 kg is equals to 10,000 grams. So here we have performed the multiplication of 10 into 1000, right? But here you can see this is 1000 and this is for grams. But we can do it for other quantities as well, right? Or if we want to convert for 20 kgs, for 30 kgs, etc., etc. And just imagine this is the 1000, so it's easy to remember, but there is some value like pi or some constant that is very hard to remember. So in that scenario, you have to type that value every time while performing the calculation, right? So as you can see, if you want to convert it for 20 kgs, then you have to multiply 20 with 1000. If you want to convert it for 30 kgs, then you can see you have to multiply it with 30 and so on. So this is the very bad thing, and we can't do programming in that way, right? So that's why we need variables. And what variable actually is, they are just like the containers. So as we keep milk in specific bottles or jar, or any like sugar or anything in our home, we keep it in some kind of containers. So in the same way, in the programming world, we keep the values or data in different containers. So variable is nothing but the basically container to keep the data. So you can see I have created a variable kg to grams. So it just a naming convention I have used to represent it betterly. It means 1 kg to grams. So 1 kg to grams is we need 1000 grams for converting 1 kg. And how we can read this in the coding world? We can read as it is variable kg to grams is assigned with a value of 1000, right? So if I do this, so I have created the variable kg to grams. So now I can replace it with our calculation, and you can see for 10 kg, 20 kg and 30 kg, we are converting it to grams, right? So just try to run this code, and you can see here 10 kg is converted to 10,000 grams, 20 to 20,000 grams, and etc., etc. So in this way, we need the variables to keep the various values in a specific container. And also we can use these variables if we define it at this place, and just imagine you forget how many grams is equals to 1 kg. Then and in further, if you need this thing, then you can just call this code, like you can just call kg to grams and you know the value. So this is the basically why we use variables in programming languages, right? So next thing comes to data mutability in Python. So what exactly mutability is? So you can imagine mutability means we cannot change the things, right? The things are mutable. So just imagine what's the mutable here. So I have created a variable A which has value 10, variable B which has value 10, and variable C which has value 20. Okay. Then I have printed A and I have printed B. And after that I have printed ID of A as ID of A, ID of B and ID of C. So what is this ID parenthesis A parenthesis? So this is the function. This function will returns the string as address, or you can see this will return the address where A is stored in the memory in our computer. Okay, so if I run this program, you can see our first print statement will print the value of A is 10. Second print statement will print value of B is 10. Okay, and here you can see uh, the ID of A is this. The ID of B is this, which ends with 280. And you can see both are same. But why? These are the two different variables. Still their memory location is same. Okay. And if we have this value C, then you can see its memory location is different. So what's going on here? So let's understand what's going on there. So for that, I will open my presentation and let's run the presentation. So let's see how the variable works in other programming language. Basically, let's take the example of C and C++ language. As you all know, the C is the parent language of Python as its compiler is built in C language. Okay. So if I created a variable in C, it is like that int a equals to 10 semicolon. So it basically means create a integer variable which has the name a and assigned a value 10 to it. Okay. So if we do this, then what exactly happens in the memory, a space whose address is 1000. Okay. It is allocated, and it has computer has stored the value 10 in the binary format in this 4-bit address and given the name A to it. If I do it for creating another variable B with the value 10, then computer will create another value 10 in the another memory location. So just imagine this location has a address of 1004. If I do the same with C and assign a value it to 10, then computer again will create a variable in the memory and assign a value 10 to it and give it name as C. If I create it for another value, if I create a variable D with the value of 20, then computer will create a value, a memory in our memory space with the 20, and it will give the name to that variable as D and its address is this. Okay, so in this way, basically in C and C++ memory is added. So you can see here, although we are using the same value 10, 10, 10 for A, B, C, still every time the new memory is allocated to it. You can just imagine it creates a copy of 10 in the memory at different addresses. So in this way, this variables works in C language. Let's see how variable works in Python language. Sorry for the mistake, I haven't changed here to Python. Okay, so let's see, we have defined a variable a in Python. So a equals to 10. Okay, so we can read as a has assigned a value 10. So what exactly happens? So Python interpreter will create 10 with at the memory location, just imagine at 1000. Okay, and then it will tag a to this 10 address. It will tag this a to this address for this value. It means a is tagged to the value 10. Okay, if I create a variable b equals to 10, then in this scenario you can see B has the same value of 10. That's why it is tagged again to the value 10. Now I hope you understand why we got the address or IDs for A and B in our code same. Because they both are tagged to the same memory location whose address is the same. Obviously, if we create a variable C with the value 10, you can see it's also tagged to this. If we create a variable D 20, then it will create another value in the memory location, another memory location or address, and it store the value 20 there, and it will tag D to that address, right? So from this example we can see Python will store numerical value once, only once, and it will tag or it will reference the variables to it. So this is the clear way to optimize the memory. So in this way, variables are working in Python. Okay, so let's come back to our code. So this is our code, and let's see dynamic typing. So Python, as we have seen, Python is a dynamically typed language. So what exactly it means? So you can see here I have defined a variable age that has a value of 25 and I have printed it. So you can see the value of age is 25. If I change it to 26, then you can see it changed to 26. So before it is 25, then it is changed to 26. If I change the variable with a string of my name, so let's try to run this and you can see it's changed to Akshay. That is a string. So in Python, at the runtime, the values are interpreted or values are understood by the compiler. That's why we can change the values or values to the variable at the runtime in Python. So we usually call Python as a dynamically typed language. So there are some pros and cons for dynamic typing. So you can see here pros as it is very easy to work with, right? Because in C or C++, if we created a variable or defined a variable integer a, then we are not able to assign it a string value. It will throw the error. But this is not the case with Python. So it will, again, the second pro is faster development time. It will save us our lots of time because we don't have to type the data types and nitty-gritty of everything, right? We don't have to specify very detailed. So there are some cons as well then. The cons is this may result in some unexpected bugs. Yeah, obviously, if we want in a calculation, if we want integer and in code somewhere we changed it to string, then obviously it is going to throw an error. And also, most of the time we need to check it with the help of type function before performing the calculation or any other thing to avoid the errors. Okay, so this is about dynamically typed language. Let's see variable assignment in Python. So what is variable assignment? You can see I have created a variable and I have assigned a value 10 to it. So let's run the code. You can see variable A has value 10. If I want to assign variables like three variables, name, age, and gender, so I can do in this way. This is the shortcut, or you can see it is the short form typing, and we can use in this way as well. We can assign like name, age, and gender as Akshay 25 and M. So let's print the name, age, and gender. Let's see. We can see name is Akshay, age is 25, and gender is M. So here you can see the first value is assigned to name, the second value 25 is assigned to age, and the third value M is assigned to gender. In the same way, if we want to assign a same value to three variables, like in our scenario A, B, and C, those three variables have the value a, then in that scenario we can write it as like this: a equals to b equals to c equals to 10, and let's print it. So you can see a, b, and c, those three variables have the same value, 10, 10, and 10. Okay, so in this way we can assign the values to variables in Python. Then again, let's come, there are some rules to create the names of variables. Okay, so here you can see the first rule is names cannot start with a number. If you try to create a name with any number like 1 index equals to 10, and if we try to run it, you can see it throws an error, invalid syntax. We cannot start a value name the variable with a. There can be no spaces in the variable name. If you want to create a variable name such as my age equals to 25, then it's not possible. With the help with the this white spaces we cannot create the variable. Third rule is we can't, you can see, can't use any of those symbols. Those are the special symbols we are not allowed it to use in the variable name. We we can use underscore sign in the variable name. Okay, and it is considered a good practice that names are in lowercase. Okay, so there are multiple techniques we name the things such as snake case, camel case, etc. etc. We will see this detail in further videos. Okay, now avoid using the words that has the special meaning in Python. Okay, so just imagine I want to create a variable with the name from equals to 2.5, and let's try to run it. You can see invalid syntax because from is the keyword in Python and we cannot create the variable with the name from. So in this way, variables are defined in Python. So this is all for this video. If you think our content is helpful to you, then please don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel. We will see you in the next video. Till then, happy coding.